Like damn, I was trying to walk back home, $100,000 loan call, baby on the phone.
What's up, everybody? It's the Shonen Speak Easy podcast. It's your boy LQ, and I just wanted to do a quick hit on the topic real quick here. We got to talk about Druski and Odell Beckham Jr. being added to the Diddy Party Diddler list. There has been another case added that includes Diddy being in association with Druski and Odell Beckham Jr. And honestly, to me, from the very beginning, didn't make any sense. But what they are being accused of is very, very heavy stuff. So Druski is accused of, how are we going to say it, sexual rape and using a woman's body as a slip and slide with baby oil. It honestly sounds like a skit from the Chappelle Show or something that somebody that just truly hated Druski would make up in order to make him seem bad. But this was said to take place in 2018. And honestly, let's go ahead and look at it. I'm gonna go ahead and read this to y'all because it's very weird. So there's a lady named Ashley Parham who said that she was sexually assaulted or raped by Druski and Odell Beckham Jr. According to them, she alleged she was drugged, assaulted, and raped in the incident involving multiple individuals. She accused Druski of engaging in inappropriate and degrading actions, claiming he doused her with baby oil lubricant, jumped on top of her naked and an oil body and treated it like a slip and slide. And then OBJ is accused of the same, of rape as well, while Diddy is alleged to have played a central role, including making threats against Parham and her family to ensure her silence. Additionally, Jaguar Wright is named in connection to alleged sex trafficking activities linked to Diddy. So, this claim was made in 2018. Things are already starting to not line up. If you start, Druski made a statement. Let's check that out. Druski said simply, "This allegation is a fabricated lie. I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke, living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation. So the inclusion of my name is totally outlandish." And then he followed this statement by saying, "My heart breaks for actual victims of abuse. I am fully confident that the evidence will expose this falsehood and the individuals who are maliciously trying to game the legal system to peddle false narratives." Granted, almost 100% sure that he didn't write that statement himself, but the sentiments are still there. And I gotta say, I'm not really believing this either. I'm starting to believe that there's going to be a trend that's going to keep coming up until Diddy's trial. And it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be the biggest smoke screens that you have ever seen in your life, or you're going to see greedy people help Diddy get away with it. It's going to be one of the two things, because as many allegations as he does have against him and as outlandish as the allegations are against Diddy, and granted, this is coming from somebody who truly, from the depths of their soul, does not like this man. And I believe that he's done a majority of everything that he is being accused of, if not all. I've been following him. I've been following his actions, not following Diddy. I've been following Diddy's actions for close to about at least 15 years. I mean, growing up as a kid, I didn't really care outside of him having bad boy records and then looking at him, everybody looking at him sideways whenever Tupac's life was claimed. And then also after Biggie died, it was like the side eye just grew even bigger. But the man's already lied before. He lied about assaulting Cassie, who didn't even, no part of their relationship warranted any of the actions that he took. But seeing how he is as a person, this very insecure man that is always in desire of control and more power, whenever he couldn't dominate a situation, he got angry, he lashed out, and also he got very violent. So to believe that this man has been involved with potentially sex trafficking or using and abusing men and women sexually and claiming his power over them in a sexual manner isn't far-fetched. But 2018 Druski, even if you go back and look at all his posts from Instagram, Twitter, and so on, you don't really see anything beyond 2018. Beyond 2020. You don't see anything in 2018. So the entire public facing image, he's pretty accurate. 2018, there would be almost no reason for him to have any connection to somebody as high profile as Diddy. And even with Odell Beckham Jr., I feel like there's this running narrative that I have to say is getting on my nerves. So for anybody that follows sports, there's a lot, and I mean a lot of people that make assumptions that Odell Beckham Jr. is two things: on drugs and he's gay. Granted, there's nothing wrong with being any part of the LGBTQIA community, but drugs are bad. Okay. And simply put, when it comes down to the rumors surrounding Odell Beckham Jr., the second one is still like widely spread about him being not interested in women, being on drugs, and having gay sex. And it's like, all right, all these things, which narrative do y'all want to push? Is he a terrible human being and he is potentially abusing women, or does he have absolutely no interest in women whatsoever and he's doing things with men? Granted, yes, there are other letters in the LGBTQIA community that identify with that. He could be pansexual. He could be bisexual. He could just identify as queer. But one of the issues that I find is that there's always this pressure. I wouldn't say pressure. There's always this desire to critique Odell Beckham Jr. for rather him being not even flamboyant, but just truly being fashionable, a very private man about his dating and his relationships, and honestly just not opening himself up to the public in that manner. So all of these different speculations roll around and just make it seem like, whatever narrative they want to push the most is exactly who he is. So yes, was he in the spotlight in 2018? Yeah, he was with the Giants still. He was 26. He had a 1,000-yard season. This is a little bit of him coming down off of his prime years, which was the first 3 years he was in the league. 3-time Pro Bowler, literally 3 straight years. So I could see the association being there, especially with his connection to Justin Bieber, which is light. I'm pretty sure they're not like the bestest friends in the whole world. But Diddy has a connection with Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber has a connection with Odell Beckham Jr. That could be potentially there. But the inclusion of Druski really makes it all fall apart. And the thing that I am worried about the most is not only what Druski said, the real victims who are not having their voices amplified and not receiving the attention that they deserve. But the other thing is, do they really just want this case to fall apart? Is this Tony Busby's doing? We already saw the claim that, the girl that was dropped off at a Diddy party and said she was sexually assaulted by Jay-Z. And then even the father himself was just like, I do not remember any of this stuff happening. And I definitely would have remembered if I had to drive all the way out to go pick you up. And then come to find out that, the case was completely thrown out. I believe at some point she admitted she lied. And now Jay-Z is coming after Tony Busby for defamation. So it's this weird thing, and it's not really a conspiracy or far-fetched in either way. We saw Anthony Rico basically request to be removed from the stable of lawyers that Diddy has. So I believe that, yes, there probably is mounting evidence of foul play on all ends from Diddy. And I don't think that the man stepped away just because he was bored and he didn't feel like it. I mean, of course, the checks are clearing. We know Diddy has the money. His accounts have not been completely frozen. But the issue then comes in is there some sort of tampering from Diddy's lawyer team? Are these people that are coming out with new accusations a reflection of trying to build a smokescreen to where whenever they come to bring this to court, that everything sounds so outlandish and ridiculous that there has to be a seed of doubt, which would be enough to get Diddy off of most of the things that he is accused of, especially with good, smart lawyers, being an entire full team. This man literally has like a starting 5 for his lawyer team, and then has bench players as well. So he's definitely lawyered up. It's a lot of heads in that room thinking about the best situation that they can create for Diddy. And I'm pretty sure Diddy's in that room just saying, take that, not just playing. But I'm pretty sure he's in that room saying that he doesn't want to do any time whatsoever, and that he also wants the time that he is sitting in the jail right now to be time served if he has to do any time at all. So one of the things that you could do when everything is looking really bad is start to create a buzz around the other people that are being included, and have all of those people completely denied any association with Diddy, but also deny that they've been to any parties that were anything appropriate. You build up enough of those people, you have enough witnesses, enough high profile people that people trust whenever it's spoken to in the public eye, and then you start to create that seed of doubt. And whenever you create that seed of doubt is when people start turning away and thinking, you know what? Maybe Diddy is just an abuser, but he definitely isn't a rapist. He definitely isn't a pedo. So, it really makes me worried that there's a chance that this is happening internally just to be a distraction. But on the outside, less of the conspiratorial route. If these people keep adding their names to this case just so they can get a buck, they have nothing to do with justice being served. Matter of fact, just to take a step back, even the way that this accusation was written up, not using Druski's real name, not using Odell Beckham Jr.'s full name, I believe they just like put OBJ or something like that, or Beckham Jr., and it's just so poorly written up. Nothing about this seems professional. The wording of it doesn't seem professional. Talking about using her body as a slip and slide. I know it was supposed to be like a more graphic telling of what happened to give some imagery and kind of like work this up to be something that you could visualize being very inappropriate and very unfair. But in hindsight, it just looks like a joke. It literally sounds like a skit from Long Beach Griffey or something from the Chappelle Show, instead of it sounding like a very heavy and serious accusation of a sexual crime. So hopefully, with all the people that continue to add on to this case, hopefully it dies down. And hopefully if there are more people that are being added, their recountments maybe, but their experiences are actually true. And I hate that those people have to go through that. But if anyone else wants to come forward and say that Diddy or anyone else involved has done them wrong, hopefully those accusations are true and accurate. That way, justice can be served properly. No voices of victims are gone unheard, and everyone gets their fair share of whatever they deserve. And when Diddy sees his day in court, hopefully at this point, let's be real. When he gets his day in court, hopefully all that money and all that fame doesn't do him any good. And they actually get to pull back the layers and expose him as a regular human being. And he is judged as such without any advantages. So with that, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. Hopefully, this actually reaches the right people, and that they don't you continue to look and dig into information further instead of just taking the things that you see firsthand. This can be really dangerous territory. Twitter is already running with the jokes and the memes about Druski and OBJ, and already making the hashtags about, OBJ party over, and cancel Druski, and bringing up Druski's his skit about the guys that always want to get girls drunk in order to have fun or to try to take advantage of them, and saying, oh no, Druski wouldn't call anyone out. That's actually who Druski is, when that's not true at all. Anyone that has any type of media literacy can know that skit was actually making fun of the people that feel a need to get people drunk in order to spend time with them or take advantage of them. So all those things have to be taken into account, and it's really sad that it's come to this. I really hope that there's justice for everyone involved, and even me as someone that is not a big Druski fan, I think they should just leave him alone. I don't think he's actually had any part of this. From the research that I've done and the people that I've talked to about it, it seems pretty clear across the board. If you know how to read well and you actually did any research, he seems to be pretty far from this situation. So hopefully, the outcome of this is the truth. And that's honestly all that matters at the end of the day. So until next time, take care of yourself and those around you. Love yourself and love the ones that love you the most. Shown to Speakeasy. CallmeLQ. We out.
Like damn, I was trying to walk back home, $100,000 loan call, baby on the